I've been asked so many times, why did you start Faces? I've probably given about 50 different answers. One thing that I do know is that we're all deeply flawed, and I am deeply flawed. It was that desire to maybe dig a little deeper for me that made me want to figure it out a little bit.
I was just finishing a degree, a counseling degree. Studied psychology. I'd been a teacher already. My vision for my own future was, how can I help people better themselves? How can I help people overcome struggles and barriers in their lives? And the model I was learning in counseling was, you sit in a room and you talk about things. I remember being blown away. And it wasn't the activities necessarily. We engage in lots of outdoor activities. It was those moments where we would just, Rick especially, would just tie things together and pull things together. And we'd actually talk about how our thoughts and our feelings and our actions impact each other. I was amazed because that was the world of counseling that I was learning. But rather than just talking about it, we had experienced it that day.
What Faces does for a lot of kids is moves them from this place where they say, instead of why do I have to what do I get to do? They see possibilities. They see themselves as having hope. It feels a little bit like they have a little choice sometimes. We're all gonna rappel off the top and you're next, and we harness them up and away they go, and they're kind of like, if given the choice, many of those wouldn't do it. But they do have choice, and they learn they have choice, but we invite them to have an experience, and we invite them to do something that's way outside their comfort zone. And then we help them to understand that difficulty and challenge needs to be looked at instead of with dread. No, possibilities.
And I think the biggest thing that I've learned by participating in this process at Faces each year and by writing curriculum is to understand the why behind what we're doing. At Faces, we go canoeing, we do rock climbing, we do rappelling, but the power comes from understanding that we're not taking kids to do those things. We're taking kids to learn things about themselves. Those activities are just ways to teach that. Understanding why we do things has been a question that I ask every day now.
We're not foolish enough or so naive that we believe that Faces is the end-all be-all. But it is one little piece of what can help someone become all they want to become. And if we can just do that one little thing, if we can just help them have that one experience, and maybe it's a springboard to the next and to the next, that's pretty cool.